Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we're gonna be not gonna be getting into any intense matches. Instead, it's gonna be a slow paced podcast, of course. Less like well, I think we can discuss it gonna be. But first, of course, let me introduce ourselves. I'm your host, Ray, and joining me is, of course, Peachy. And today we're gonna be doing the live draws for the Swiss stages of the top 16 teams that have qualified from wildcard stages as well as have been invited from the Mythic leaderboards. And of course, Peachy, uh, it's it's not something as intense as we do usually, but I'm still excited to see which teams are going to be facing against each other because after all, Swiss stage does determine where they'll be standing, and only top 8 make it to the knockouts.
That's true. That's true. I'm interested to see which team will be matched up with each other. Maybe, you guys would have some of the teams who want to see, but that will be happening, of course, because this is the Swiss stage. So that should be there. Again, with that, I hope you guys are all ready. Wildcard was just done just a week ago. We have seen which top four teams are entering those boards, and are you guys ready for it?
Well, I mean, we just first have to. We're also calling up the teams, not on the channel, of course, because they're all shy. I'm not afraid to call
On the
them out.
board.
Okay, like, come on, guys, you are the future of esport. You gotta be more like extroverted. Yeah, like do the chat pose and sigma poses. Come online and just say the. I mean, generally, I do hope so that more players are more comfortable coming on camera. And honestly, speaking of that, um, it was peachy. I mean, of course, the live draw will begin shortly as soon as we're notified by the production, so do not worry. But until then, um, Peachy, of course, these players are really, really shy to. I mean, they are slowly starting to share their pictures. That's why we see them on the thumbnail these days. So
Yeah.
that's a progress, but they're still very camera shy. But we were there too once. Like, do you want to share a little bit about yours? Then I'll share mine about how we started doing camera, because it was, of course, a hard step for us as well. Because, I mean, we were
Definitely.
also extremely camera shy. I don't think anybody is born with, like, having the ability to not be camera shy. Maybe there are some blessed people, but not me, man.
Not even me. I still feel a little bit awkward when I'm on the camera, given the fact that it's just a limited space. There's a caster desk, right? There's supposed to be two people talking to each other. You're just in front of them. It gets easier when you live like too close by each other, or maybe on the LAN events and all. But in that online phase, like when you're at the camera, it gets you. You're just talking to a camera. It's a little bit awkward, but I'm trying to get over that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of players are still not. Oh, I mean, I do understand. Like we sometimes, when you first come on the camera, we think, "Oh, I think I look bad," and we actually, there's a psychology behind it. I can actually yap about that thing like for an hour, but I'm not getting paid for that. I mean, I might open up a hey, should I open up a psychology channel? Nah, nah.
Good.
But
Why
maybe I
not?
should. Maybe I should or not. But yeah, of course, there's a
You know,
whole psychology we can dive into it. But of course,
simple
when you're
terms,
first, yeah, when
like
you're
in
first, yeah, yeah,
simple terms, like you will never look good when you see it and with your own eyes. If the other person looks at you with their eyes, you will be looking beautiful.
yeah, everyone is beautiful. Definitely, except for me, I am more. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to be humble. I know who's the most beautiful. Like, look at behind me, like absolute perfection over here.
Shame.
Of course. But yeah, talking about it, I do hope players can make that jump too, and we would love to see. I mean, we did see a few players from Tartarus, as well as I think a few other teams from, I forgot their names, but they did come on a few podcasts, right? I mean, the only one that comes on top of my head is Kimi, who made an appearance, right, from
Oh,
Tartarus. who is of course going to be coming in the Swiss stages as well. And it's been a while since we've actually seen Tartarus perform, because I mean they're the biggest teams and they love to play in the major tournaments. And I feel like this is obviously a very major tournament after a long, long while. I think the last one we had was obviously White Feather Arc Showdown, and right now we're obviously headed towards the Mythic Showdown Season 1, and I'm really looking forward to their performance because Peachy, like, do you think they've been practicing or they've been slacking off? What's your guess?
They might be having something under their sleeve, though. I mean, but it's quite unfortunate to know that they are not participating in the Mythic Showdown. I mean, we were all looking forward to know what kind of a gameplay that they would be bringing out. We
No,
all
they
know
are.
what way, they are. I did
Yeah,
see a notification.
Tartarus is participating. It's
Oh,
ABM
okay.
who's
It's
not
ABM.
participating.
Not.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, yep,
yeah.
yep. Nah,
It's okay
so
to mix it up. I was looking forward to them as well, but of
yeah.
course, we don't need to dive into that topic. They are they are
Okay.
touching grass as we speak. They are doing really healthy things.
Oh.
But don't do it, guys. Please play more games. Destroy your lives. We need to grow the esports scene. But of
In
course,
a way, but you need a balance for the both, though. You need a
yeah.
balance for both.
Yes, but right now, of course, I think a lot of people and everybody who's tuned in is, of course, here for that live draw. So why not we kick things off to it right now? Because we need to reveal the top 16 teams. It's already on the Instagram post, so but obviously, let's make things easier and let's go to the live draw and see the top 16 teams, and of course, draw them and see who's gonna be facing against each other. So, production, anytime you're ready, let's go to the live draw.
Go. You guys already know. If you guys still want to look at the top 16 teams, do check the Instagram Indian Gaming Corps with an S. And with that, here are the teams in front of you guys. Which team, going up against are you guys excited for? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear it. Even I have something, one of the teams, if that team comes up and like matched up with the team I want, I'll definitely let you guys know.
And we can go for our first draw, I think, because of course, as you can see, there's already the top 16 teams. And if we're ready, we can go for the draw. So spin the wheel. And I'm loving the custom overlay. Honestly, IGC, shout out to their production because that's a lot of effort. They could have just screen shared the website, but they went
Yeah.
another mile. We love to see it. But of course, it's Tartarus. We are just talking about it.
Oh,
They're gonna live 100
interesting.
years. Please do live 100 years. Yep. Let's see who are gonna be facing the Giants. Peachy, any guesses? Let's go. We can spin the wheel for their opponents to see who's facing
I
them on the Swiss stage.
I want it to be a team Dakusena.
Why Dakusena specifically?
Funny Valentine.
Funny
Team
Valentine
Rat.
versus. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not even close.
It's
Peak
peak
to
to plummet.
Plummet.
It's gonna be
It is.
Skyzen. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
very young marksman against basically India's gold standard. Interesting. It is obviously because I've seen Skyzen's performance in the Wadram tournament, and
Yes.
his performance was really phenomenal. But the only team he faced issues was against Tartarus. So hey, maybe Pick to Plummet can change things this time around. But anyways, I feel like if we're ready, we can go for the second draw as well and see which teams are going to be facing against each other. For anybody who missed out, it's Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet, the first match in the Swiss stage, and it's gonna be really a spicy one. So if you're ready, we can go for spin the wheel. Peachy, why don't you say it?
Let's go. Three, two, one. The second spin is here, guys. Which team are you looking forward to, Ray?
I wanna. Oh!
Oh
It's of course
no!
the Mizo legends, the ones who have the most victories in LAN events. Of course, exclusive to Mizoram so far, but winning a LAN event is definitely a feat. And I think anytime we're prepared, Peachy, just call in just call in when you can go for which team will face them on the Switch stage? I honestly want IGN. What about you?
Oh, definitely a good matchup though. I want to see Team Aichen as well. In the previous few tournaments, I do see them stepping up. They are not the ones who were just lacking behind, but they did step up. So I want to see this time around what kind of a gameplay that they will be bringing.
And also, Zohan's lineup is overall really good for a meta right now because, of course, it is basically a tank fighter meta, and right now, like Dusty Miso is just chilling because he's not forced to play the assassins anymore. But anyways, let's see who their opponents is. I think we can spin the wheel.
Let's go.
Spin,
Third
spin it, spin it like the blender it is. Yep, there we go. Let tasty juices come out of it.
oh
Oh
my
my God! There's no way. This is not rigged, guys. This is not rigged. I did not rig it. There's no
no
way.
way. Ain't no way.
I should have gambled tonight. I should have went to the nearest casino or something and should have gambled.
Damn, let's go. Let's go.
I should have rolled for high scene. I should do it. I should do it right now. Oh no, my luck is already used. Never mind.
Let's see if my luck comes up though. I'm
I
curious
hope.
about
I do have a guarantee though. So yeah. But I mean, I did lose my 50-50 to a Bronya. Man, I
it.
needed a blade. Unfortunate, but hey, new characters will come. Bronya will be useful. Oh, let's not talk about leagues, guys. I'll get banned from Hoyoverse. But of course, let's focus on the game that's in front of us right. Of course, Mythic Showdown, Season 1, Mobile Legends 5v5. We've already got Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet and Zohunt versus IGN. And
Oh,
if we're
no.
ready, Peachy, go for the call.
Here we go. Let's see who will be the third match. Three, two, one. Let's go, spin. Third team, third set of the team. Is it going
Let's
to be
go.
Armageddon? Yep, Armageddon Esports.
Shout out to
Oh, yeah.
Yuri.
Yes, the manager. She has been very active around the team and supporting them in every single live stream, which I really like about that.
Hmm. And
Interesting. But
I, I follow obviously a K-pop group aespa, and they have a
uh-huh.
song called Armageddon. They should make it their theme.
Oh,
Have you listened to
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Armageddon.
I When I heard that song, that is the same thought I had. They could adopt that song.
Yeah, they should, definitely should. But anyways, Armageddon Esports, they're also definitely a rising team because I've seen them in other tournament wildcard as well as knockout stages. They were able to climb very high. They do have some disciplinary issues, but I feel like it has already been fixed, and I'm looking forward to that. So let's spin the wheel and see their opponents.
Let's go, let's go. Having a spin like this, it really gives out the matchups can be random and it's just live. So you guys are also a part of it.
Absolutely. Let's go spin the wheel. If we're ready, of course. Yep, there we go. Armageddon
Um,
versus Maf. Let's see. Oh no, it's not gonna be
oh,
Maf. It's gonna be in heaven. It's gonna be
in
in heaven.
in heaven. One of the best underdogs team I have seen so far. In heaven.
I've actually seen their performance in another tournament, and they were able to win it out against what was this team? There was Venom, I think, or maybe another one.
Oh,
No, no, it was not Venom. I'm sorry, I forgot who their opponent is, but yeah, they were able to win a smaller community tournament, but still, it's a feat because it was, I think, a round of 64. So yeah, they were able to come out on top, which is quite a feat, I would say. And right now, we've already done 3 sets of matches. The first one is, of course, Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet, Zohan versus IGN, Armageddon versus In Heaven, and I think we're ready for the fourth set, Peachy.
Are we ready? Are we ready? I'm curious to know though. There's this a lot of names from the Mythic leaderboard yet to be picked out. So I want to see which team does gets it. Maybe this time around, I feel like it's Lafukabi.
Rafukabi. I wanna see Ryuga Esports. I wanna see their match.
Oh,
So yeah, if
so
we're ready,
interesting.
let's go for spin the wheel. Let's see what our fourth set of the match is gonna be. Spin the wheel, boy. Grind that.
Is it
Okay,
Lafukabi?
okay.
Is it not
Oh, okay.
Lafukabi?
It is not Lafukabi.
Anarchy.
Anarchy. And for people who's not aware and who Anarchy is, I won't tell you either. Apparently, they want it to be a surprise, of course. But
Oh,
hey, I mean, I think what I can tell you, I'll give you just one hint: the
uh-huh.
Eliminators. That's it.
Oh,
But
yep,
of
yep.
course, a
And
new
they do
one.
have some, they do have few of the members that from the other team though.
Yes,
Like,
of course.
so you guys are in for a treat, guys. You guys are definitely in for a treat, given the fact that there is a lot of teams who had their lineup change.
Absolutely. We have a lot of teams that have lineup change, and I'm looking forward to who's going to be facing against them. Let's make a guess. Who do you think is going to be against the new Eliminators Anarchy?
So let's spin.
Yep,
Oh,
let's spin. I think it's going to be Ryuga or Special Grade. I have a vibe. Let's see if it works. If we're ready, we can spin the wheel.
we are ready.
Anarchy versus, it's going to be, there's no
Lafukabi.
way. Oh my god, not Lafu,
No,
it's Laxmi. Not Lafu,
say
guys, it's gonna be
bye.
Laxmi. It's
Let's.
Laxmi Chit Fund with their new
Yes,
lineup as
sir.
well. And hey, this is perfect! If we already know,
Oh,
LCF has Serrar.
oh,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's true. That's true.
Friends versus friends becoming rivals. Pure poetry.
Friends
This
to
spin the
foe,
wheel is rigged, guys. It's rigged.
friends to enemy.
Oh, that's a nice plot for a, yeah, I won't say it. Manga, guys. Yeah, definitely manga. Type in friends to enemy genre and you'll get it. But anyways, the fourth set of the match is gonna be Anarchy versus LCF. We're gonna be seeing a few familiar faces facing off against each other, and it's gonna be really interesting because you know they know each other. Like it's not
That's
about
true.
like, oh, like they're well-known teams so they know each other. No, they have been together for very long. So right now this is going to be a new arc. This is, if it was an anime, this would be a really good climax arc. But hey, we can keep the climax for the Swiss stages that will begin tomorrow, so do stay tuned. But let's see our fifth match. Which team is going to be? So Peachy, of course, you got to give the call. You're the lady here, you first.
Every time the calls are like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Let me be something different. 81, 82, 83. Here we go. Let's spin.
Why 80? Why 80?
It's just random numbers, right?
Yep, finally Ryuga.
Oh,
Finally Ryuga Esports.
let's go. Let's go. Ryuga Esports. Now, they have been one of the teams who racked up so much in the wildcard stages. They just graduated from that and they are here to get another diploma. So, I'm curious which team are they facing against?
It would be pure stupid poetry if they face Untitled, the only team that was able to defeat them in Swiss stages. It would be really hilarious if that's the case. And if that happens, this spin the wheel, this thing can read minds. And that is what I can tell you. But yeah, I think Ryuga, we've already known them. They have done a really great performance at the wildcard stage. So if we're ready, we can spin the wheel and find who's the one that gonna be facing this team's wrath, the one that did not lost a single one except against Untitled. Let's see. Let's Peachy go for more numbers.
100, 102, and 103. Here we go. Spell it up.
Spin the wheel. Let's see. Uh,
Who is
no
it?
way. Now it's Lafukabi. Crazy.
Finally. Finally. Let's go.
Finally, Lafokabi against Ryuga Esports. Lafokabi, they have been, honestly, in my eyes, I've seen them on a few tournaments. Their performance
Uh-huh.
hasn't been the absolute best, but I hope they can pull up something because they have qualified for the Swiss stages after all. Right now, their team obviously consists of the player as well as influencer Zozo, who's the most well known. But rest of them, I am not aware because if I mean Brendan has left the team and he's in a new one right now. So wait a second, which team was Brendan in? Was it LCF or was it Divine Regime? I think it was Divine Regime. Yeah, I think it was
Is
Divine
it?
Regime. Yes, I think it was.
Oh,
But yeah, let me just confirm it.
interesting.
But we can go. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It is Divine Regime has Brendan right now. So Lafokabi doesn't have their core strength goal laner, and it's gonna be really hard for him to replace. Let's see how good they can perform in the Swiss stages. But hey, we still have one, two, three, four, five, six teams. So basically yeah, three matches left. So if we're ready, Peachy, go for 67, 68, and go for that countdown. Yeah, why not? Why not? Go for that countdown.
Yep, we are going in for that 68, 69, and 70. Here we go. Let's spin it up.
Spin the wheel, boy.
Which team
Who's it
is it
gonna
going
be?
to be?
Okay, Step Bros.
Oh,
It's got
interesting.
Step Bros. I kind of feel bad for them, but I'm looking forward to them. Why bad? Because they're the second best team in Mizoram. It's
Oh,
It's yeah, it is a proud moment. You're the second best, but they're always been the second best. Zohunt has always been taking that first spot, and I'm really looking forward if they can change the history because it's been a while since I've last saw them as well. It's been
same.
very long since I've seen
You
them,
know,
and
they've been
yes,
searching the sis, and it's finally time they found at your Mythic Showdown.
but they do have Loopsy guys, so that player was able to impress me in a lot of bigger tournaments. So I'm looking forward to how he performs. But hey, let's see which next team it's gonna be. We only have how many teams? Man? Oh yeah, 5 teams right now, and we gotta choose their opponents. Team Step Bros versus who is it gonna be? Let's spin the wheel. Peachy, give the countdown, of course.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm curious though. Just like it's just almost few teams left, just five already. And is it going to be MAF? Is it going to be special grade? Special grade have been quite inactive so far. So maybe what if you one at least one guest should be hitting in, man.
Let's go. Peachy, say the word.
So okay, this time around 11, 12, 13. Let's go. Let's spin it up.
Spin the wheel, boy. I think that's the code word.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
my random numbers are not working.
Divine Regime. Oh
Oh,
man, Step Bros. You gotta
wait,
cook or you're getting cooked because Divine Regime right now they are making a comeback. They have been under the scene for very long. They entered with Blazing Olympus name, of course, but right now they have a new name, and it's new, not a new name, but an older one. It is Blazing Olympus, and let me tell you guys the lineup. I think you've already seen it, but their lineup
yes,
has Brendan, one of the best goal laners from Northeast, Raren. That guy made Baksha meta before it was meta. A-
agreed.
and Romcom. Like I
One
don't
of the
know.
best EXP
Yeah.
arenas so far.
So you have the Holy Trinity. You gotta be well prepared to face it. But hey, let's go. It's Divine Regime and Step Bros for the fifth match right now, and we are down to the last four. It's gonna
Uh,
be. Let's see
two sets,
which one it's gonna be.
two sets of series left. It's going to get interesting because Dakusela. I wanted to see Dakusela the first, and they are for the last. I'm pretty sure it's just not going to come up. I know that.
That's kind of funny. You jinxed it.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's
Let's
sad.
spin the wheel, boy. Yeah, that's a code word.
It is. Let's go. Oh, Muff. It is
Oh
Muff,
my god,
definitely.
that was close. And Math.
Very. Let's go. Even this team was quite inactive, and since they are coming back, I am interested to see what kind of a lineup they bring up. I do see Duba is already there. He's the tanker for the team, one of the OG members for Team MAF. But for the other
Forgetting one
members,
important one. The most
mhm, yep,
important one.
true.
Yo mom on Uranus. The most influential one. Like he has a maniac on another tournament, okay? Like
Oh,
maniac with a Uranus. How do you do that? Like that guy looks like he's just a like he's just healing himself, and somehow he got maniac with it. Absolute insanity. So I'm looking forward to your mom. I want to see your mom in Land of Dawn. And let's see the last set. The last set. I'm really curious to see. And
oh,
which one, Peachy? Make a guess. Is it gonna be special grade or untitled? Because, like you said, it's
untitled.
gonna be Dakusena for last one.
I know that. So it's either team special
Mm-hmm.
grade or untitled, but I have a feeling for team untitled.
Okay. Let's put your money on that. Let's spin the wheel, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, this time it did not work. Oh, it worked. A little
Oh, it did.
delay, a little
It's
lag.
okay.
280 ms. And yo, we both put money in it. Peachy,
Oh,
we should have gambled tonight. Why are we
oh my
here?
God.
We
We
needed
are
to go
going.
to a casino.
Yeah,
We needed
just one
to
more team.
blow up all our savings. We lost
Oh,
to
we are getting rich tonight.
Math versus Untitled. An
Yes,
interesting
sir.
one, to say the least. But let's see. Let's see. I'm really
One,
curious.
one team been very inactive, untitled with a new lineup, so it's going to get spicy definitely. So the stage is just basically you and your team has to come up with the most points. And as much as you can, you are qualifying for the playoffs. So that is how you come up with. And with that, you are going to face each and every team. So it makes it so fair.
Yep. Swiss stage is really nice, but of course, this is the first set of the matches that would be deciding how you're going to match up. Do we spin the wheel on this one? I'm really curious. I feel like I don't know which team is going to face against each other, you know? I'm not certain, Peachy. Like, do you know? I don't know.
Oh my, this is a very hard one.
which
Definitely a
team
hard one.
is which team will special grade face, guys? Like, we're really confused. I'm right now Doro the Explorer. Which team?
Yeah.
If we want to go for the formalities, spin the wheel, boy. Because
Let's go. It's just last two. Let them also have that moment also.
yeah, of course. Damn, now
Dakusina
it's
for the life?
Zakusena. Of
No.
course,
Oh,
of course.
they are? Yay, finally. Let's go. I'm so sorry, Dakusena, if you guys were waiting at the first minute. I'm really sorry about that. You guys,
Jinx.
this is the matchup.
It's gonna be interesting. Dakusena in special grade. Let's go for the last spin. It's a circle. It's a full
Special
circle.
grade versus red.
Red, a new team, guys. Sorry, favoritism, wild card favoritism. But yeah, spin the wheel, boy. Give them
Let's
the moment as
go.
well. It's looking
Yeah.
like a tire with a pole.
It's like your kid has just marked it out with a silver pen and is just spinning around.
But yeah, special grade versus team off, and it's gonna be
Yes,
an interesting
sir.
one as well. And of course, we will have lot to talk about these teams. I mean, we could make a whole like 2 hour podcast if we had the players, of course. So players, you gotta start investing on the camera and stuff, you know. But
We need that.
yeah,
We just saw the NACT, right? And they
yeah.
had their cams on. They had their whole group sitting together. And during the LAN as well, we do see the same kind of a situation. But when it comes to online tournaments, we don't. But I want to see that. It gets kind of exciting for the players, for the audience as well, that they know how they are operating. For us, we have seen that how NACT was there. You did see how BTK was all together or sitting together and they were doing fist bump with their feet. feet bump.
Feet bumper.
So it's
But
like, see, that kind of a moment can come up.
I've been to multiple college LAN events in my life, and I've attended two from officially Vista. I mean, the ones that are held in college, there, by the community, by the students
Uh-huh.
themselves. But I have been to two Vista official ones at this point. Basically, one was obviously Northeast Cup, and one is Northeast College Cup, and
Yes.
uh, let me tell you the hype that you can feel. I mean, yeah, we don't have 500 people, but it was 100 people crowd, and even 100 people, the excitement, the vibe, the smell of sweat, the heat, everything that you
Yes.
can smell, like feel, and that vibe, it's really insane. I would 100% recommend, like, even if it's a smaller one, meeting people and actually getting to play with them, and over a call, yeah, you can hear them, but meeting a person in real life and everything, it's a different environment. And of course, we're looking forward to more LAN events, and Museum has been doing a really good job at it. We look forward to them as well. But I mean, we can just see them because I cannot travel to Mizoram unless they sponsor me a ticket, of course. Guys, I'm free forecasting, by the way. Do sponsor a ticket. But yeah, we shift away from the topic a little bit much, but of course, for anybody who missed out, the matches are going to be Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet, Zohant versus IGN, Armageddon versus In Heaven, Anarchy versus LCF, Ryuga versus Lafukabi, Step Bros versus Divine Regime, and Maf versus Untitled, and lastly, Dakusena versus Special Grade. And all of these lineups are obviously based on luck. There's no choices been done. But although I gotta say, the Anarchy versus LCF one is a match made in heaven.
Yes, agreed, agreed. Curious to know how these teams will be performing. Again, this is going to be a Swiss stage, not a, you know, death one. So again, I am just so, eh, you know, curious as well as, it's just like a bubbly feeling in me how it's going to be. I cannot wait.
Definitely. And I'm just gonna mention shout out to a few players like that I'm looking forward to. It's Default from Special Grade, and from IGN. Of IGN, I'm looking forward to like all of them, of course, which is the main
Mhm.
highlight. But I'm really looking forward to Aaron after he got the Savage on the wild card, not wild card. No,
Oh,
no, it was on a different tournament. Peachy and me cast it together. Remember? Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. Armageddon, I'm looking forward to all of them actually. All of the members are good, but if
Agreed.
I'm just gonna give shout out to, hey, I'm just gonna choose Ryota. So hey, Ryota. Anarchy, looking forward to Crisis comeback and Porcupine.
Oh, he's
Then
back. Nice.
yes, he should be back at least, but Zohunt, Faden. I'm looking forward to Faden. Dusty Mizo, we already know, bro. We already know you, bro. We chill buddies. From Mav, your mom.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to your mom.
The
Untitled,
extra.
yeah. Untitled, I'm looking forward to Daki, honestly. You remember, right?
Oh,
Daki?
yes, yes. She was there in the one of the female lineups that I have been associated with. But again, putting her in this lineup, I am really, really happy, and she really deserves that spotlight too.
That is really sweet of you and nice. From Peak to Plummet, we already know Skyzen, but I'm really looking forward to Lom Lom Mai. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really I'm a fan of his gameplay. I just like the fast paced, switch up as he does. From LCF, I'm honestly looking forward to, of course, NT and Sarar Moon, the two new additions.
Ooh.
Looking forward to
It's
them, of course.
for me. It's going to be Peter. You
Pe-
know why? You know why? The
yes.
mages. I'm gonna request a Louis behind me also. Come on, man. It's time I also get my wife behind me.
Yes, we will all have our wives behind me. And no, guys, Peachy doesn't have a husband. She has wives as well. We she's a bro. She's a homie. But I think, of course, That was for the live draws, ladies and gentlemen, and is coming to a closure right now. But hope you guys enjoyed this small little live draw podcast that we did. And shout out to IGC's production for coming up with all custom overlays. They didn't need to, but they did, and that's where the effort counts. And we're looking forward to you guys to witness the Swiss stages. Best of three series, of course, and they'll be getting the points. Tomorrow is the day we start off, and it's gonna be Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet. And if I'm not wrong, we will have two matches a day. So it's gonna be Zohan versus IGN as well, a fully packed day. So if you're not ready, you better be, and get your snacks today, just in case it
Yes.
rains tomorrow. But yeah, that was about it. Thanks for
And
everybody who
also
tuned in. Yes, Peachy?
And also do check out the Instagram, the updates are constantly there. Do check out the content as well. There has been highlights every single day. So why even if you miss the live stream, the highlights are there to save you. So don't forget to check out that as well. And you guys will be knowing the schedule as usual. It will be posted on the YouTube as well. It's going to be under post, Instagram, yes. And get ready for that.
Yep, of course, Tartarus versus Peak to Plummet and Zohan versus IGN should be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And with that, me and Peachy will bid farewell for at least tonight. We'll meet you guys tomorrow. Good night and see you on the battlefield tomorrow, guys.